All right. We are back.
So that's really
Apologize.
defamation.
Hold
Now,
on, Paul. I have
huh?
to apologize. I was having issues with your mic, and it was like not working, and it was cutting, and then I've turned it on
Oh,
and cut off.
do I need to
Um,
start again or no?
just reintroduce the topic.
Yeah,
Yeah,
briefly. It's just
briefly. Yeah.
uh, a lot of individuals are now posting things online.
Right.
Well, period. I mean, some are
Mm-hmm.
positive comments or some are negative comments.
Yeah.
So there's two things that can happen. Number one is you could open yourself up to a lawsuit for defamation. Now, defamation is broken down into two parts. One, slander. If you speak, if you verbally tell someone something, that's slander. If you put it on social media, meaning you write it down or
Mm-hmm.
email it or otherwise, that's libel. So
Mm.
slander is the verbal communication, libel is the written communication. Most of the
Okay.
people nowadays are going to find themselves in
And
trouble
a
with the
libel.
libel
Right.
because slander is plausible deniability. I didn't say that.
So, is there a nuance between videos that are published versus something physically written in text, like a tweet versus like a reel? Reels are short, and people argue, and they splice my reel into your reel, and is that considered
If
published and
you have,
liable or
if,
slander?
well, I honestly don't know the answer to whether
Okay,
the video is going to be slanderous, meaning the spoken word, or libel. And
okay,
I can tell you, it doesn't matter
okay,
because defamation, the damages are the same. You've injured my reputation, so it
okay.
really doesn't matter which one it is, as long as it was is classified as to defamation. But I will tell you, like I said before, slander, the verbal communication, you have plausible deniability. Let's say you say it to one person and only one person. Well, I didn't say that. Well, how are you going to prove you did? On the
Right, okay.
libel, you wrote it or you emailed it,
Yeah.
you
You
tweeted it.
published it.
Yeah, well, you can't deny that.
So videos might actually be liable then because you publish them, right?
Correct.
Okay,
All right,
interesting.
so let's
Okay,
move on because
okay.
so there's that. Be very careful because there's two things that are intertwined into the remaining of the story. There was recently a meaning after the election at one of
Mm-hmm.
the inaugurations. I
Mm-hmm.
guess there's an issue, and I'm not going to debate it. I don't get into it. I don't. It's none. But evidently,
Okay.
Elon Musk did something with his heart, and someone is saying, people out there, that it was a Nazi salute. Are you aware of that?
Yes, Elon's chest pump and
Okay,
then
so what, I
handout.
care
Yeah.
less whether he said from the heart Nazi salute. That's not the purpose of our video,
Right.
of our
Okay.
story.
Very
What
good. Cool.
happened
Claire, I get
was,
you.
there was a Milwaukee weather reporter, and she went to Instagram after that and posted about two or three things. And one of them basically says, and I'll just read it: dude, Nazi saluted twice during
Mm,
the inauguration. That was one of her posts. The other one was, you F this and this man, I don't F with you, full stop. And then she posted a GIF,
okay.
I guess is a little video of something. One of the guys in Sunny, Always Sunny in Philadelphia,
Okay. Yeah,
captain
yeah.
said, that old B, he's a Nazi. Okay, stop
Okay.
right there. So she posted
Interesting.
some derogatory or not positive messages
Yeah.
towards Elon Musk. Okay,
Yeah.
so what happens to the CBS newswoman?
I would assume she was let go.
He was fired.
Oh yeah.
All right, now the question is, so we'll stick with that first.
Okay.
Can she sue her employer, CBS, or whoever it was? It wasn't CBS, but a local affiliate, for being fired based on her private social media posts.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
And further,
You.
is she protected by the First Amendment?
Oh. Well, her ability to say it is. protected by the First Amendment, but
Say anything.
but I think that the company also, I mean, Florida's an at-will state, right? They can just fire you.
Don't
Oh,
forget
so
Florida. I mean,
right,
yeah, even
but I
where,
would think, yeah, the company can just fire her.
yeah. So yeah, remember we had chatted about this. So here's the
We
First Amendment.
did. I can't remember the answer.
Yeah, the beauty, yeah, that's nice. Jason really listens. The beauty of the Constitution, it's short and sweet. These guys
Yeah,
weren't just, they said what they meant and meant what they said. I'm just going to read
yeah,
it.
it's a long story.
Congress, meaning the government, shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press, or the
Right,
right of the people to peaceably assemble and to petition the government for redress of grievances.
grievances.
That's
Yep.
it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So your First Amendment's rights do not apply to your job, to the private employer. It says the government cannot abridge the freedom of speech. So can your employer fire you? 100%.
Yeah,
So be careful of what you say and post
yeah,
on social media, because obviously this got back to her boss, her employer.
yeah.
And it says, and here's the deal. While you
But probably,
technically, and then the question is, can you sue your employer? You said yes. While you technically can sue your employer if you get fired after posting on social media,
yeah,
it's highly unlikely you'll win
right.
unless the post was protected by speech, meaning conditions at work. If you're complaining about conditions at work, then you may have a leg to stand on as
Sure,
far as
sure.
getting fired.
Yeah,
But
perhaps.
generally speaking, employers can fire employees for what they
Yeah,
post on social media
that's right.
without the real threat of you winning a lawsuit against them.
Yeah, there's no immunity agreement when you signed your
Because
terms of service and agreement on your social media.
think about it like this. Let's say old Reed and Reed, we're a small law firm in Brandon, which is
Sure.
less a conservative town. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, 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 yeah,
All right.
yeah.
So if word gets out that one of our employees are just spewing, and I'm just an example, liberal hate mongering.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, certainly that may hurt the reputation of Reed and Reed, a
Right.
personal injury law firm,
Mm-hmm.
such that if let's say 25% of the people in Brandon, I'm just throwing out a number,
Certainly.
are or 30 or 40 or 50 or 75% are on the other side, they may not
Mm-hmm.
hire. They may think we're this big,
Right.
take your pick, liberal or
Yeah.
conservative or woke or not woke. You're going to affect some of the population that then may not retain your services.
Right. Yes. Yeah.
Obviously, we want to represent everybody. I
Okay.
don't
Yeah.
care. We're lawyers, and we're here to help you in your time of need when you're in
Sure.
industry.
Yes.
I don't care we don't talk about politics.
Yep.
We
Yeah.
don't talk religion. We're here because you've been injured in a car wreck,
Yeah.
medical malpractice, nursing home, dog bite, slip and fall, period. So we certainly don't want to offend anyone. And I'll give you an example.
Okay.
We used to put those little political signs out in our yard, right?
Right.
I was
Yes.
born and raised here. I'd have friends running for office. And
Mm-hmm.
sure as you put a Republican sign in your yard, or sure as you put a Democrat sign in your yard, you're basically offending the other half of the people.
100%. Yes.
So we don't do it anymore.
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
Yeah, that's just
Yeah.
an example. And we
Yeah.
just, we had people coming trashing our sign. You'd find them tore up in the yard. Like,
Yeah.
okay, we don't need that. We quit. So yes, you you
Yeah.
you better
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
careful on
Yeah.
what you post on social media.
Yep.
You can be fired, and quite honestly, if your boss is conservative and
Mm-hmm.
you're not, they may be looking for a reason to get rid of you.
Yeah.
And if
Right. Yeah.
it's social media, you might give them that reason.
Yeah. I. Yeah. I was thinking, as you're talking, there's a fine line sometimes between, like, when you're angry and you're just popping off or you're venting, But once you put it out and once you publish it, you have to be very careful accusatory language or things that you use because you write it and it's not true. It's defaming, it's
Well,
damaging.
yeah, well, that's been the downfall of many is what they tweet out there and
Yes.
so forth.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
let's flip it on back to this Milwaukee
And the Nazi
weather
word being
woman.
thrown around is like
She could
it's happening a
also be
lot.
sued for libel, which is the written word. And why do you think
Right.
that is? Based on what she posted.
Because of the description, because of the descriptors that she used to identify him
So
with.
I think calling someone a Nazi could be found to be very offensive.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
just my guess.
I don't know how she would prove
That could be
damages.
offensive. Well,
Like how
whether
would
it
you
be worth much money,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
not. But if Elon Musk, who's a gazillionaire,
Hmm.
sticks his lawyers on you, and even if he wants $1 in an apology,
I was gonna say, like, is that doable? Like,
oh
yeah, there's $1 and an
yeah,
apology.
$1 an apology. What a
Mm.
nightmare for you.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
because either
yes.
A, uh, you're not going to get a lawyer. You're just automatically really going to lose, or
Right.
B, you're going to have to hire a lawyer.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
understand this, hiring a lawyer is not cheap.
No, no, not in these cases.
And
No.
so you never know.
Mm,
And
you don't.
let's not kid each other. Uh, there are a lot of interesting people in the world who may take offense to something that someone says
Yes,
and file a lawsuit. Or
that's right.
look at
Yeah,
this. Um, this is right off the hopper. I had an intake.
that's
You
interesting.
can go online to our website and you can fill out documents, tell me a little bit about your case,
Yeah.
and then we'll call you, respond, and get more information.
Hmm.
Well, Jason, I kid you not, we had an inquiry from an individual saying Elon Musk is trying to kill me. I need your help.
Wow.
Yes, my
Wow.
response was, I believe you should call the Department of Justice at the federal level,
Right.
ask them to assist you with this problem.
Wow.
Now that's not a funny thing. I mean, that really happened, and that was really my response.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And we don't handle those types of cases. It's that's above
Yeah.
our pay grade.
Right. 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 Yeah.
If it's
That.
even the case. I'm not saying it is. I'm
Yeah.
not saying it isn't. I'm just saying there are people out there that if you're going to post something, be
Yeah.
very careful. My daughter Brittany does this, and I tell her not to. She'll
Okay.
go in and make comments on stories that, for the most part, she's right.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't matter if you're right. People
Yes.
will take it the way they want to take it, and
Oh
she's been
man.
she's been subjected to personal injury or death threats based on just her response because
Wow.
you what's the old saying, Jason? You can be dead right. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So my
That-
suggestion is be very careful for a number of reasons. If you have a job and you want to keep your job and you don't want to
yeah.
lose your job, be careful of what you post because if
Yeah.
your employer finds it, they may fire you. Two, honestly, in the crazy world we live in, your safety is an issue. And so, the public service announcement from Jason Crawford
Yeah.
and Paul Reed is
Yeah.
you might want to keep it all neutral
Yeah.
and nice and fluffy. I mean, I like the reels where the cats are scaring the dogs.
Yeah. Or yeah. Yeah.
That cracks me up. And guess what? I'm not getting angry at anybody. I go to
That's
bed right
right.
before and I watch them and I laugh and I get a good
That's
night's
right.
sleep. Why don't
That's
you
awesome.
might want to just post stuff like that? Or Jason,
Yeah.
his kids playing in the snow, building a snowman.
Yeah. Yeah. I've
You
seen
know,
some of the ones where like the dads come in clutch last minute, like the bat slings out a dude's hand and he grabs it right before it hits the guy
good
in the
stuff.
stands or stuff
Yeah,
like
good
that.
stuff like
I
that.
love those. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
exactly.
Stick with those.
Stay positive. But
One
either way,
final,
even if you, because I'm not going to beat a dead horse.
yeah.
That's our public service announcement for today. That's libel. That's slander. If you post something, know what possibly could happen, and
Mm-hmm.
you do with that information what you want.
One final question.
Shoot.
In the category of say what you meme and meme what you say, what about memes that are pre-written, right? And if you grab one and post it as a reply to a comment or this or that, like, and that mischaracterizes
Well,
somebody.
it's my understanding,
Yeah.
and I could be wrong, but I don't think so, that
Mhm.
if you forward a derogatory comment that's slanderous, just because you didn't create it, you're on the hook.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. All right, stay away. Steer
Yeah.
clear. Everybody,
And
don't meme it at all.
I'll give you an example how that works.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
Walmart makes Pepsi, Coke, and other product providers, basically, when they contract with them, they say, look, if you put your product in our store and someone is injured by your product, you are responsible.
Okay.
The law is simply this. Yes, Pepsi may be responsible if I am blowed up by a bad can, or if there's something in it. But guess what?
Yeah. What?
If a establishment puts something in the chain of commerce, i.e. Walmart sells it to you, Walmart's on the hook.
Ooh.
Now, Walmart will tell Pepsi,
Okay.
you're hiring the lawyer, you're paying.
I get what you're saying.
But I don't have
I
to
get the parallel.
I can sue Walmart.
So you're so you're saying if I put it in the
Even though
chain,
someone else started it, the
mm,
Pepsi can or the Coke can or the root beer can or whatever,
ooh,
you're still on the hook for slinging
yep. Memer beware.
it.
Memer beware.
Yeah, so now you know.
Yeah. Oof.
I didn't do it. I just passed it along.
That's right.
Walmart didn't make the Coke. They just sold it. There's your example.
Yeah. Yeah. Ooh, good topic today, man. You've really that's good. You nailed that one. I really appreciate
finally,
it.
so happy, what would it be? Melissa and Austin are getting married tomorrow. That's my Michelle's son, Roy Michelle. I've known for my whole life. Their son's getting married, and
all right.
they were supposed to get married in October, but the hurricane blasted that. So they're getting married tomorrow. And guess who the preacher man is?
Is it you?
Yeah,
hey! All right.
I am Paul the preacher man.
Very cool, Paul.
Yep,
Very cool.
I'm excited. I've done it more than once, but it's always fun.
It is.
I can.
It's a special moment.
They allowed me to write their vows. You know, and they haven't even read them, haven't heard them. The dinner and the rehearsals tonight, so the first time they're going to hear their wedding. What's the term I'm looking at? Well, they're going to hear their wedding vows and the rings exchange and this and all those things that come with it.
Marriage.
Yeah.
Something people only get to experience a couple of times in life.
Yeah, 3 or 4 times only. All right, well, that's it. So congratulations to them. They will be the happy couple, Melissa, Austin and Melissa Margison tomorrow. God bless them.
Yeah.
And with that, those of you in TV land, if you're going to Gasparilla tomorrow, it's supposed to be a beautiful day, but cold.
I didn't realize.
Try not to imbibe too much alcohol, or maybe toke a little too much toke, and keep away from the riffraffs that may want to fight and scuffle it up a little bit.
Yeah. Steer clear of that. But if you do need a personal injury attorney, you know where to look.
Be careful. That's all. All right, Jason, take us out.
You got it. Oh.
Reed and Reed, it's like having a lawyer in the family.